Hi, good morning everybody. Today I thought we'd do a video of our day-to-day routine and what we get up to. I mean, the thing I love about home education is every day is, oh, excuse me, completely different, and that's what I love about it. But I thought I'd show you what today was like. I'll just get you up to speed. So the kids are up, dressed, teeth brushed, beds are made. I always like to get the beds made as soon as we all wake up, so I know that's done. Millie didn't get up till about 8 o'clock this morning, as she keeps waking up in the night at the moment, needing mummy cuddles because she's got a bit of a sore throat. It's currently about 9:20. The dogs have been walked, the animals are all out, have been fed in their runs, the washing up's been done, there's a load in the washing machine. I think that's it. So in a minute I'm going to go and hoover, do Millie's hair, and that's pretty much all we would do in the morning before we get started. So once I've done that, I will come back and I will show you the table set up with the activities that we're going to do today. We have friends about to turn up in a couple of minutes, and they're going to be here for about an hour, looking after them while their mum has an appointment. And then again, I think at 3:30 we've got another group of friends coming around for a couple of hours for tea. So we've got quite a busy day, but we'll try and show you a bit of what we normally get done. At the minute, the children are all in the playroom playing on Minecraft.
Cows, and then we can make some armour, okay?
Ozzy, how's
Or
it
go
going?
down to the mine, Jeff. Or go down to the mine.
Say morning!
Morning, guys!
Morning.
Okay, so I've got four guys.
Oh my god. Oh, there's so many images, isn't there?
Yeah, okay, I'm going over the hill.
I do love Minecraft, so once they're ready in the morning, they normally get to have a bit of free choice. Gadgets are normally a no-no after about 8:30, unless it is, of course, a bit on Minecraft, because I actually find that can be quite educational, and they work really well together to build certain things, so I don't see that as a bad thing. Obviously, they won't spend all day on there, but a little bit throughout the day, I think is perfectly fine. Right, so I'm going to go and hoover, do Millie's hair, and then I will get back to you all. Bye! I'm back. I've now hoovered. I've also had a spray through with air freshener. I have wiped over and wiped the bathrooms over and the kitchen over. I like to do all these things every morning because then I know they're done and the house looks pretty presentable and ready for the day. I don't mind what the kids get out for the rest of the day. Then I also obviously tidy up bedtime and then have a wipe around again in the morning. I don't spend ages and ages tidying up the house. I think if you keep on top of it and you spend a little bit of time each morning and evening, you actually don't need to spend a whole day having a massive clean through. The kids do help me. The boys make their own beds. Millie does sometimes, but not all the time. Millie's also really good at cleaning out the animals or helping with the animals. She didn't feed them with me this morning because she was obviously, bless her, she was still asleep. The kids normally wake up about 6:30, but like I said earlier, it was like 8 o'clock before Millie even opened her little eyes. I think that's it really. Lee's sometimes here to help in the morning to walk the dog. He was out early, about 7:45 this morning, so he wasn't able to walk the dog, although bless him, he did make me a coffee before he went, which was brilliant. Yeah, so the friends are here at the moment, so once they go, I'm going to set up the table with some activities and I will show you and explain what they've got to do today. Some days I do actually set up the night before, so when they get up in the morning, whilst I'm busying around doing the morning routine, they can get on if they wish with some of the activities I've set out for them. But I had a baby nephew last night and friends over until quite late, so I didn't get time to do that, so I'll do that shortly. Hey, so it's now 11:30. Our friends have only just gone, a little later than I expected, but this is what I love about home education, is it's so flexible. Doesn't matter too much, and I think it's really important for the children to socialise whenever possible, as they're not in school. So whenever we have friends around, everything else is put on hold so they can play with their friends. But yeah, they've just gone, so I've just set up the table now, and I will show you what activities we've got out. There's only a couple because of the time and because we have other friends coming at 3:30, and we also need to pop to the shop in a bit. So there's 2 activities that I want them to get done during the next 3.5 hours before their friends come. They can do it whenever they want during this time, as long as it's done. I will just show you now. So we have maths, which I want them to complete 2 pages each. They do 2 pages each time normally when I say to them to do maths. It's normally 2 pages. So Millie will be on this one, which is measurements, and then also another page of measurements. So I want her to get those 2 pages done at some point, and also the boys to get 2 pages done in their maths book. And then the other thing I want them to do is, we received the Toucan box the other day, which Millie did a review on, and I want them to work together and create this planets posters, which looks awesome. I'm not quite sure what they've got to do. They need to read the instructions first and then work together and do that. So I'll film them doing that shortly. I did used to start having a plan where we did, in the morning I would write everything I wanted them to get done in the day, but being as though it didn't always work out that way, if people visited or if we were falling behind or they wanted to spend more time on one thing, I would find myself getting very stressed, saying they need to get this much done, and it wasn't getting done and it just didn't work. So we don't actually plan that far in advance. I usually put, just like I say, a few things out in the morning, try to make sure we cover at least maths and English every day, unless we're going out for the day, and then I don't bother so much if we're going out for the day. But when we're in, I tend to make sure that at least do a maths and an English. Do their maths books first today. Alfie, what are you doing at the minute, babe?
So I'm doing the question, the jottings, the answer, and then check it. So I work out the sum here, then I put the answer there, and then I read, and then I check it there.
Brilliant, well done. And what are you doing, Mills?
I'm doing lengths.
Lengths? And what are you doing with the lengths?
I'm doing the length of the garden, and I just finished it.
And what are you measuring them in?
Feet.
In feet, in your feet? In Millie's feet. Oh, dropped your pencil. So have you done all the have you estimated them all now?
Yeah, in my tiny foot.
So now what have you got to do? Now you've estimated them. So now you've got to actually measure now. So you've actually got to go and actually measure each one with your feet. Yeah? So you go and see if you can do the first one, and I'll come and help you in a minute. So what's the first one you've got to measure?
Let me see. The length of the room.
Well done. And you did the front room, didn't you?
Oh.
Yeah, so go in the front room and start one end.
This end to that end.
The length. So length is long ways. Width is from side to side. So start there. You've got to put your feet, I think, right to the edge. And then you've got to do heel to toe. So like this. Look at mummy. So like 1. And then like that. And then like that. So they're touching each other, okay? So count as you go.
1.
So your heel's touching your toe. Good girl.
1, 2.
Like this, Millie, look at mummy. So like that, look at mummy's feet. So each step needs to be like that. So your heel is touching your toe.
Okay. 1,
Super.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25,
Oh, move the chair. Good girl.
26, 27, 28.
28, and how many did you estimate?
20.
Go and have a look and see what the difference was.
What was the number again?
How many did you just count? Do you remember? 28.
3.
28. So
I
what
did 20.
what did you guess?
20.
Oh, 20. So now that's fine, you leave that one there, and then you write how much it actually was there.
Oh.
So what have you?
Oh, that's a
So what was the difference between what you estimated and what it actually was?
It was 8.
8. That was close. Well done, chick. So you go and do the next one, okay? And I'm going to go and find out what Teddy Bear's doing. Ted is working in the kitchen. He quite often likes to work at the breakfast bar by himself, where it's a bit quieter and where he can concentrate a bit more. Right, Ted, what are you doing in your maths book, chick?
I'm doing like jottings of like 40 plus 90, 4 plus 9, and then add the zeros back on.
Oh, to make it easier, to make each sum easier. And how are you finding that?
Easy.
Easy. That one seems a bit easy for you, doesn't it? We find some of the stuff is a bit easy for Ted, but we still work through it. It just doesn't take him as long because we find it builds he's still building his confidence, and then makes for a good foundation then. Sleepy dog. How are you getting on, Alfie?
Good, thanks. This is on the second sheet.
Oh, you're doing the same as Ted, aren't you? You're on the same ones as
So
Ted.
like the jottings, the answer.
The jottings,
the
yeah.
question, the answer,
Break it down to make it easier.
I call it the Kojak.
And how are you finding that, babe?
I think it's quite easy.
Oh, that's good. You both find these ones easy. Challenge you some harder stuff next time, won't I?
No.
And it looks like Millie is measuring the garden.
Maybe I have something. Yeah, group.
But look.
Alright, so Ted is currently having 5 minutes break. He's doing a bit of maths and he wants to come out and catch some fresh air. Like I said, I don't mind them doing this because as long as they get the work done by the end of the day, then it's all good. You alright, Ted?
We're allowed 5-minute breaks, and it's really fun.
You allowed them whenever you want, or just...
Whenever we
Yeah, that's right.
But we have to do a certain amount of work every day.
Yeah.
I have to do 2 pages of math, and I'm going to work together with Alfie and me to do a Toucan box.
And how do you feel about that?
Good.
Awesome. Show me your tricks.
But then,
Show me your tricks.
choice there. No, it's coming up. It's legit coming up. No, I was only joking. I was really only joking. I don't have an umbrella or anything.
Okay. Soon, buy a car or a plane.
What you been doing there, Alfie?
Well, I've drew a picture of loads of Nintendo characters and games.
Oh, awesome. Do you want to show me them?
Yeah. So there's the new Power Bot for Mario.
Mm.
Here's Bullet Bill from Mario, and there's Kirby.
Oh, I love Kirby.
Yeah, and then you know that game that I used to play with Ted, with the one where you have to shoot those aliens in the bedroom?
Yeah.
That's one of them.
That's awesome.
And then you've got the black Yoshi egg, the pink Yoshi egg, the yellow Yoshi egg, the green Yoshi egg, and the blue Yoshi egg. Mario, me and William like to call him Junk though. These are 2 mushrooms for Mario. And then the rest are just fun games. This is actually from my 2DS. This game's Space Invaders from my DS. You know where you take the picture of the thing and you have to shoot them for points?
Yeah.
That's from that game. And then there's just a load of pictures of games from Nintendo. That's Mr. Game & Watch from Smash Bros.
It's awesome. I think it's really good. Well done, matey. Are you going to put it on your wall with all your other drawings
Yeah,
in
and
your
then that
bedroom?
one's Pac-Man.
Guys,
Oh, awesome.
Guys, this is really cool. So you dip it in here and you squeeze that bit, and then to empty it, you do that.
And what are we about to use that for? What are we about to do now?
That.
We're about to start our planet poster, aren't we? Right, so they've all chosen which planet they're going to do. Ted, which
No.
planet are you doing first?
Earth, it's like not the easiest because like I think like Neptune's the easiest.
Yeah.
But Earth's is
And what colours do you need for Earth?
green, blue, and white Earth.
And Alfie, which colour are you? What planet are you doing?
Mars.
And what colour do you need?
And I need red.
Red. And Millie, what are you doing, darling? What planet?
Jupiter,
Yeah, and what colours do you need for Jupiter?
orange and yellow
Super. And so what are you doing now? You're putting the felt tips
onto the pieces of paper.
and then what are you going to do when you finish doing that, Ted? When you finish putting all the colours on with the felt tips, what are you going to do?
Squeeze them.
Put these on.
What are you going to do first, though, before you put that on? What do you need to put on?
Water.
Water. That's right.
This is black, not green.
Is this enough, Mummy?
Yeah, give it a go. And then try and get some of the water out of there and squeeze it on.
But look at mine. I'm going to do it carefully.
Right, now what?
Oh, awesome. The rain stopped. It was only a couple of spits. So we've got these few that are drying outside on the play tray.
Which one are you doing, Nils?
Look at the colours burst.
I can have it now.
No, not.
I need it.
I'm going to me next.
Okay, just wait 1 minute. Ted, you can have it next. Alfie's just using it at the moment.
I'll just look it in.
I think purple, this blue, and then that dark blue. There's no more blue planets apart from Earth.
Oh my god, look at mine.
Ted's got his
look at
colours.
mine.
Mum, Ted's got his clothes over there. So
Okay, darling, let me look at Ted's. Wow,
It kind of looks like the Earth.
that looks super.
Yeah. Show me.
It is soaking!
Yay!
Yay!
Can steal my
Right, so we've had to move them from outdoors because it keeps raining and don't want them to get ruined and get wet. So we brought them into the bath. How awesome do these look? So we just got to let them dry and then we can put them onto the poster.
Hi guys, we're just gonna go to the shop because we have our friends round and we want pizza for tea. Bye. Guys, look, it's a colourful leaf and there's even marks where the caterpillar's been.
Hold it still. Wow, that's a beautiful colour, isn't it?
You
Is that
go,
for me?
Mommy.
Thanks, baby.
Can't wait for me!
So we walk into the shop and we've got to hurry because we think it's about to rain. Oh no, it's raining! It's starting to rain, guys! It's raining and I don't even care because it's cold.
Guys, we just got back from the shop, but there was no pizzas, but we got hot dogs, chips and cake too.
I think I'm going to put one next to Mars. It is my favourite planet, Mars.
Is it? And why is it your favourite planet?
Well,
Alfie?
it just looks so cool and it stands out a lot. It's like the only like bright red planet with no other colours.
You're going to put your gold stars on now. You can do 5 of the small ones and 1 of the big ones.
I want to put my big one on first. I'm going to put it next to Venus. Because it's like, what the idea is like, it's artistic, like, because the sun is right there, it looks like the sun's reflecting off it, which is why it's gold. I need 5 teeny tiny ones, little baby. Then I'm going to put one next one to my planet. That was my big one, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
it looks like the big one, darling.
There's bigger ones, is there?
Oh, that's okay, as long as you've got one of the bigger ones.
Big, like one of those ones in
Yeah.
this area. Okay, they're the rings. Just realised. Okay, yeah, one of them's bigger. They look like UFOs with kind of like.
They do a bit, actually.
Yeah, because of how like there's just white in there. It looks like kind of like the windows are white. Okay, so okay, one.
What did you make me about 2 minutes ago?
Oh, tea.
And it's a very nice tea. Alfie's
Thank
just
you,
learned
Mummy.
how to make a tea, haven't you? And how to be really careful with the kettle and the hot water. And it's a brilliant cup
It is
of tea.
dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
That's right.
Okay, and 5 is going to go up in the top corner. Okay, I've done it.
Brilliant. Well done, matey. Do you want
Look
to
at
go
that.
and get Millie now?
Okay.
Do you want to show me first?
Yeah.
Your bit. Oh, it's looking good with the stars on, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it.
And then pop that special glow in the in the dark sticker wherever you want it, sweetheart. Where are you gonna put it? Decisions, decisions.
I'm gonna put it. Is that a sticker?
That one is a sticker, yeah. Don't put it on top of that's one of Alfie's stickers. You've got some gold stickers to stick on in a moment too.
I don't know.
Ooh.
Oh, I know.
Go on then.
I'm gonna do it so it looks like the star is blasting out.
Oh, very good. Push it on tight. Oh, push. Good girl. I've just noticed that you're wearing your not going back to school t-shirt that you designed last year. Could you undo your buttons and could you show mummy? Could you well not mummy? Could you show the camera and all the people that are watching? Because what day is it tomorrow?
Everybody's going back to school. They're celebrating.
So what are we? It's our not going.
Back
You be
to
careful up
school
there.
day.
Show me the front then. So it says I learn at home. And then the back has got lots of pictures on that you did last year, didn't you? So what word are you writing in there, Millie?
Saturn.
That looks like good writing. And which other one did you do? Can you remember? What other planet did you do?
That one, Jupiter.
Which one?
Oh no, it was Aim.
Uranus.
No, I didn't do Saturn. I did Jupiter.
You did Saturn and you did Uranus.
No, Mummy.
Did you do
I did
Jupiter as well?
I-
Let me just check with Ted. 1 minute. We know you definitely did Uranus, so you could copy that one in there, couldn't you?
Yep.
In the bottom one there. Ted, what planets did you do, darling? We're trying to remember which ones Millie did so she can write her
I
words.
did Mercury and Earth.
And Earth, so Millie did Jupiter as well. Okay, matey. Your turn in a minute, okay?
No.
So the other one that you need to do is Jupiter. And can you tell where that one is going to be on the... Yes, it's the big one, isn't it?
And Mummy, where was Earth? Because I thought Earth was that one.
Yeah. So you've got to write that.
Jupiter.
Jupiter, that's right. And those ones glow in the dark, Ted. So Alfie's told me what his favourite planet is. Have you got a favourite planet?
Earth.
Earth. And why is Earth your favourite planet?
Because that's where we
That is a good reason. So do you think there are things living on other planets?
Well, not on any Venus like Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune,
Why?
or Mercury, because we've already discovered them, but there could be more planets that
Do you think?
have like weird creatures on.
So why don't you think there's anything on these planets?
I don't know, just like there could just be nothing living on some and others, because they're either really hot or really cold. So,
Do you know which ones are hot?
well, where's the sun? So Neptune's cold, Uranus is cold, Mercury's cold, Venus is cold. I think Earth's quite warm. Mars is quite cold. Jupiter's a bit cold, and Saturn's pretty warm. I think, I'm not sure.
We'll have to find out for sure. We haven't done any work, have we, since we've been home educated on the solar system? Sounds like something we could maybe do for our next topic. Well, what do
We
you think?
we did at the start.
Did we?
Right at the start.
Right at the start. I
Yeah,
don't
but then
remember.
we did something else. I think
don't
we did
remember,
the sea
yeah. I think that would look
creatures.
awesome on our display when we finish doing the ocean layers dew. Hi guys, it's currently 4 PM and we've just finished doing our planet poster. We're just waiting for the planets to finish drying in the bath, and then after tea hopefully we'll add them on to the last little bit of the poster and it'll all be finished. Alfie's friend has just arrived, so they're all currently out on the trampoline having a bounce together, so I thought while I've got a spare 5 minutes I will tackle my growing piles. Let me see them all. Of laundry. I've got to put it all away. I don't normally let it get this bad. I normally try and do it as I take them off the line or off the airers, but the kids have needed me, and I'll always choose to sit down and spend the time with the children rather than doing chores, rightly or wrongly so, but I always think they're only going to be small for such a short amount of time, and the laundry, or jobs as you can see, will definitely wait for me. So I'm going to crack on with this now. It'll take about 20 minutes, and then I will go and start their tea.
Look, I've made a face. So this is the mouth, that's the nose, these two bits of the eyes, and this is the hair.
That's very good. Playing with his Nerf gun now he's back from work, look.
Ah.
Oh, that looks like Earth as well. Show me, Ted. Hold it still. That looks like Earth.
My God. Look, Mars is huge. Look how big that thing is.
Which one do you think's the biggest planet?
Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Actually, it'll be kind of hard sometimes.
Yeah, like Saturn.
Saturn.
Oh, we were trying to find out. You were trying to figure out which one was the warmest earlier. Why don't you ask Alfie if he knows which one's a warm planet?
Mercury.
So if you look, Ted, that on the left-hand side there, I think that might be the sun. So the ones that are closer to it are obviously warmer.
So is this the start? Oh,
Yeah, that's the sun.
Wait, do we have to do the sun then?
Oh, Venus.
We haven't got the sun on ours, have we?
We could do the sun and moon.
So tomorrow we're going to go to the cinema in the morning because it's not going back to school day, and then in the afternoon we've got some plain t-shirts, and this year rather than drawing on them, we're going to tie-dye them.
Oh my God.
Do you want to tie-dye them?
Yeah!
No, you don't.
And then put different colours on it and like mix
I want to do
That
my blue
sounds
and
cool.
pink. I want to do my blue and pink.
Green and blue and red, red, red and yellow.
We'll do that tomorrow
yellow,
afternoon.
green. Woo! Millie can't scream. Millie can't scream, she can only cough.
You're going to lose your last bit of voice that you got, babe. So we've got all of our planets on, and now what we're going to do?
Flip it over.
And have a look at what it looks like after 3, 1,
1, 2, 3.
3.
Oh, baby, come on.
I can't see it.
Turn it round. Oh my goodness, look at that.
Look,
How awesome is that?
Neptune's my favourite. Look at
Oh my God, look at us.
That is awesome.
Neptune is so neon.
So the only thing we need to do now is we need to put rings on. Which ones do we need to put the rings on?
Saturn and Uranus.
So
Saturn
I
and
need to
Uranus.
do that.
Yeah.
That's my job.
So the bigger ring needs to go on which one do you think, Millie? Good girl.
Uranus. No, it needs to go on Jupiter. No, not that one. That one's Jupiter.
This was like all of our work today.
Nick,
but
which
still,
one?
we did math
Which one
too.
looks more like
did as well.
Saturn?
We did math. I did do.
There.
That's it. A bit higher up, darling.
I can't because of this.
Do you want to help her, Daddy? Just put that a bit higher up, show her where it needs to go.
There's glue there. Can I keep this? I could use this glue.
That's it, and then press it down.
It's on the star now.
That's it. Good girl. And then the other one. Which one does the other one need to go on?
See on the little diagram?
Oh, it's cool.
Oh my God.
Uranus.
Oh my God.
I'm proud of that.
And which one's Uranus, darling?
This one.
Good girl.
I did
You
art.
place it again. Daddy, help you place
I
it if
did
you need
Neptune.
help.
Looks so neon.
Yeah.
That's it, you got it? Well done.
Great job. Let me get a
That's
shot of that. And that is awesome work, guys. How proud of you of that?
I'm really
But
proud.
if you looked at that, you'd see all the planets without
I know,
the
it just looks so real.
It
Can
looks
we actually
awesome.
go to space?
Oh.
Because we're all
I want to be an astronaut when I grow up.
Are you?
I want to be a
There's
baker.
no reason you can't.
I want to be a baker when
A baker, yeah. You're good at cooking, aren't you?
Yeah, I really.
What do you want to be when you grow up, Millie?
I want to be a vet.
A what? A vet. Yes, I think you'd make a good vet.
Mum, I want
I
to be.
think they sound like
I
brilliant
want to be
jobs.
like Neil Armstrong.
Yeah.
I want to
You
be
can
like Neil Armstrong and be the first person on Venus.
Do whatever you want to, can't you?
Someone's going to be like on Mars way before I grow up.
Great work, guys. And
We
now
know
it's
been on
time
Mars.
for Bath time now.
Oh!
Hygiene! The kids are so proud of this. It's definitely one for our this week's masterpiece wall. The bath's running, so now it's time to do the kids' bedtime milk and also to tidy up the table. Today it isn't too bad, some days it's a lot worse, so there's only a few bits to put away. I always like to try and tidy up at the end of each day. It makes things easier when you wake up in the morning. Done. And the same in the playroom. Done. Hi guys, so it's currently 9 o'clock in the evening. Millie's been asleep for about an hour. The boys have just gone to sleep about 10 minutes ago. I hope this video has been useful. If it has, please like and subscribe to our channel, and also if you've got any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment below. Night everyone.